this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and today I'm going to go ahead and do some more work on my recipe journal. And I've decided that I want to make like a little oven, like a, not really a 3D oven, but an interactive oven. And I kind of got the idea from Brenda of Embellishments, and thank you, Brenda. And so I'm just going to take this vanilla envelope. And let's see, the page size that I'm working out of is roughly, what does it say, 5.5 by 8.5, 8.5 by 5.5. So I want a folder, not a folder, an oven that's going to come to about, I guess about right here. I'm not really measuring, I'm just kind of eyeballing it and folding it over to where I need to cut this manila envelope at. And it's going to end up being roughly almost 4 3/4 by roughly wait a minute, 4 3/4 by about 5 and 5, 4 3/4 by 5 roughly, because I'm going to cut this little area right here. I'm just going to put it in my paper trimmer and go straight across. Okay, so yeah, it's like a 5 by 4 basically. And what I'm going to do, let's see. And the reason why I chose the manila envelope is because it's a little bit thicker paper. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do is, okay, this is already open. And let's see. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to take just a little slice of this off because I'm basically just opening this up. So that this, yeah, that way this will open up like so. And let's see, like I said, this is the oven. And it's going to come open like this, I guess. I don't know yet. Yeah, it'll come open like this. So, okay, so what does an oven look like? So we've got some squares. Let's get some different color paper. Okay, so I got some scrap paper, and basically this black right here is just some runoff from, well, it's not really runoff, it's actually from where I did some jelly printing. And this is the leftover from the black. And then this, we just have scrap papers. Let's see. I need to make, let's see. Let me get a pen so I can mark where to cut at. I'm going to use this black for, let's see, the oven. Okay, so the oven's going to be roughly this size. And this is 3 1/4 by 2.5. 3 1/4 by 2.5. So I need 2 1/4 by 3 of this black. 2 1/4 by 3. That's going to go inside of there. And I'm going to round off the edges too. It'll round off. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing with the door. And what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to have that black, but I'm going to glue this on here, but then I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to have like a translucent background. So let me go ahead and just glue this on while the thought is in my head, because I'm creating this as I go along, so bear with me. So let's just go ahead and glue this on here in the center. Even though I'm going to be cutting part of it out. And I'm going to take this to the sewing machine, as weird as that sounds, because I want to make sure this outer part is like definitely on here good. Okay, so I stitched around the edge of it. That way this stays on here. So now I need something like in the center to kind of maybe take a little piece of that off. Take a little 1/4 inch of that off. So that becomes 2.5 by 1 3/4. And I still think I need to take a 1/4 inch off of each side again. So we're just going to make this 1.5 1.5 by 2 1/4. Yeah, I think that's about right. 1.5 by 2 3/4, or 2 1/4. And all I'm going to do is just, I'm going to round this corner off, because I'm going to have to, I'm going to trace around it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put just a dab of glue in the middle. I mean, yes, I am cutting it out, but at the same time, I want to be able to keep this in place as I trace around it. Just to make sure I keep it centered. Alright, so that's centered. I'm just going to take a pen, I guess a ballpoint pen, so I can kind of see what I'm doing against this black. And we're just going to draw around it. Okay, I think I got it pretty good. Traced around it really well. And I'm just going to take that off, and we're just going to cut that out. Okay. So now we're going to get like a piece of acetate or something like that. Or you can even use, what do you call it? You could use vellum, or anything. But what I want is, I want to have like a baked item in the oven showing through. So that's why I want that. So hold on one second. Okay, so I'm just going to go around this with some archival ink. And this is black soot. And then we're going to glue on this acetate, this little piece of acetate I found. Use some art glitter glue. And then I'll be stitching this on as well. I'm just going to cut this. Alright, so I'm going to stitch this. Okay, so this is going to be going on this. This is the door to the oven. It's going to fit on here like so. And I'm just going to mark, where's my pen at? Like where it's going to go. Like here. And here. So I can kind of have an idea. And, you know what? I think I'm just going to trace around this the same way. I'm going to trace around this part of the oven onto here, and I'm going to cut part of this out. Alright, and we're just going to color this. But what I'm going to have to do is, since I should have made this hole smaller, is what I should have did. So I'm going to have to basically I'm going to have to add part of this. I'm just going to glue a portion of this back on here and then cut it back out. Because I cut this too big. But the good thing is this is going to be reinforced. so I don't have to worry about it being too flimsy. Because what I should have did, I should have cut a hole this size instead of this size. So, but we're getting ready to fix that. So, yeah, this right here, I think this was the original size. So, and trace around this. All right, so let's go ahead and glue this on. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to want the door. This is going to come open. So this is going to get glued to here. Part of this will get glued to here, and then part of this is going to open. So we need like a handle for this. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this going straight across. But we're going to hold on to that because we're going to still need it. But we're going to round off these edges because, well, with my stove, it's kind of rounded off. I think I'm going to round off this bottom part as well. I don't know if I should have or shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I'll round it off. And I'm also round off this part. And I'm going to round this part off too. Okay, and then let me go ahead and distress this. All right, so I distressed that, and now I'm going to, I'm just going to glue these on, or, yeah, actually, no, because I won't be able to cut it. I'm just going to cut 4 of these. 1, 2, and then I'm going to cut 4 of these black ones. And these are going to be like the dials. And I'm going to glue them together. And the reason why I did it separately is because this can't cut like thick paper. So that's why I did it like that. But yeah, I'm just going to glue these circles to these black ones to these brown ones, just to kind of reinforce it a little bit. I'm just going to put a dot of glue in each one. And these are going to go on here. Then I have this bigger, like 1-inch punch. And we'll do the same thing. Okay. And we're going to have, I want to have an interactive element in here. I want, like I said, I want to have like a pie or something to show through the window. So, okay. Now before I decorate the inside part, I want the oven to be kind of like a reddish color. So, let me see, I'm going to cover up part of this. And I'm just going to lightly spray a little bit of this mist on here. That's good enough. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. And while that's drying, of course, I'm going to add some texture on here because I just can't resist. Let's see. going to add us a little bit of crackle paste on here. I'm not going to do translucent. I'll do so this crackle translucent, distress matte. Okay, here's the crackle matte or opaque or whatever that is. What is this? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this black stuff. I don't know what in the world happened with it. Anyway, we're just going to put some of this crackle on here. And while parts of these are drying, I also want to make the knobs. So, I'm going to take a white Posca pen, but first, let me dry that part up there because I don't want a Posca pen to get, or marker to get messed up. So let me dry this with the heating tool. Okay, and before I add the Posca marker on there, I'm just going to go around. I'm going to take this distress crayon. This is Vintage Photo. I'm just going to go around the edge of these circles. And I'm just going to smear in that color. All right, so let's take this Posca. Then I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to take a black Posca marker and kind of go around those circles. Okay, so I'm just going around these. And now I'm just going to take some glossy accents and I'm just going to go over just like this one little top part of it, like the button, the dial. That'll give it like a 3D dimension. So we're going to wait on part of this while this is drying. Let me back up a little bit. Okay, so while all that's drying, I need to find maybe a pizza or like a pie or something to show in the center of this oven. Okay, so I'm going to just make a pizza that's going to fit this size right here. And it's going to be sitting on a rack. So I think probably the easiest thing for me to do is once again draw the size that I need. So this is the size of the oven. And the pizza, let me zoom in a little bit. This is our pizza. It's sitting on the pizza pan. So let's just put some pepperonis on there. I'm gonna have some bell peppers and onions. And this is like our little old pizza pan that it's sitting on. And it's also going to be sitting on a rack. So let's color this pizza. I'm gonna have our pepperonis red. Just try to put little dots of red here and there. And we're gonna have some yellow for the, well, the cheese is actually white, but we'll still have some yellow on here, just so we have different colors. And I'm just gonna kind of go around the crust. Oops, I think I messed that up. Might be able to salvage it, I don't know. I think I kind of messed it up though. We're gonna see. Okay, so this is going to show through here. Like so. I'm just going to turn that like that. And then we're going to need like a little something to open back and forth. Alright, so if I can find a piece of strong acetate. So what I'll do, I'm just going to cut this kind of narrow. I'm just going to fold it like this. As a matter of fact, that's really all I need is this for this to go down like this and get glued on. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this. I'm going to glue it at the crease. I'm going to fold this down to where it meets. Let me zoom in. Alright. See right there? Right here where the plastic is, or acetate is. I'm just going to fold this to where it meets. Go straight across, or try to go straight across. And then I'm just going to fold this at this crease. And then I'm going to fold this like where this part lines up at. It's going to match that up. And then I'm just going to cut it right there on that crease. And then I'm going to glue this part down to this. And then we can put this here. We're going to glue this over top of that. We've got this leftover piece of acetate. We're just going to glue on top right here where this opens up. And then we're going to find our little pizza, line it up, put some glue in the center. And let that dry. And while this is drying, I might have to take that to the sewing machine. But while this is drying, I need to cover this up because it just looks horrible. I don't like that. I need to cover this. So one option is I can just put another piece of paper on here. But I think I'm just going to take this black. Let me see. Fortunately, I do have another piece of paper runoff from my jelly prints, and I'm going to use that. I'm just going to glue this on. Alright, I'm going to stitch this on. I'm going to stitch that on. Okay, so I'm wanting this to have like a magnetic closure, but I couldn't find my regular magnets, but I do have this, it's like magnetic strips, and I had gotten this off of Amazon like 2-3 years ago. I forgot all about it. Anyway, so I'm just going to I'll probably glue this on here like so. Let me just go ahead and do that now. And I'm using art glitter glue. So I'm just going to glue this right here. And then I'm just going to line, hold on, make sure that this is straight. I'm going to find where the magnetic thing is, closure is, or the part that makes it magnetic. Hold on. Back here. So let me see if I can line it up. Yeah, it's right there. And this is going to get glued to the back of the journal page. So I've got this lined up right here, and all I'm going to do is just take some masking tape to it. If I can find it. So this will be magnetized and stay down like that. And I want to cover this up because I don't like that. I'll probably just put like a piece of washi tape on it. I'm just going to use this Tim Holtz design tape. I don't know what kind this is. This is the old one, but here's the UPC. Alright, so we've got that. And just waiting on this to finish drying. Like this. Yeah, I think it goes like this. It's pretty much dry. Alright, so we're going to glue this down. And when I glue it down, I'm going to leave it to where it could be a, you can tuck it, it'll be like a tuck spot. So we have our magnetic closure. You can stick something up under there. And that's pretty much it. And I'm just going to put this, I'm going to add this inside our journal page. Okay, at first I was going to put it on this page, but I don't know, I think I'm gonna go with this page right here because this looks more, the colors are more contrasting, I think, and it stands out better up against this color backdrop, I think. Or it actually could stand up against this one too. Let's see. I think I'll do this one right here. So yeah, and then it's going to be, I was going to let it be a pocket, but I don't think so. I think I might just center it. I'll put it down here so that this opens up like that. You have your little tuck spot right there. So I'm just going to glue this straight on down. That way this doesn't move and everything stays positioned the way I like for it to. So I'm just going to find, I'll find something to go up in there and make like a little title up here on this page. Okay, so I decided I want to add like a little tab to the side of this page, and I'm just going to use some scraps. Here. So we have our little oven, magnetic, and this opens up. And we have our little pizza that's on the rack. And then we have a little tuck spot right here. It has magnetic closure, and then we have our little tab over here. That's pretty much it for this little layout. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.